Millions of people who make minimum wage barely have enough money to support themselves and their family. Today, I'm going to be telling you guys about why minimum wage should be raised and who all it affects. It's important to understand minimum wage because it affects society and it affects everybody. It affects a lot of businesses, and I think everyone should really pay more attention to it and want it raised. As a teen without a college degree and very little work experience, it'd be very hard for me to support my family and my kids in the near future if I was making $7.25 an hour. A person making minimum wage should be able to make enough money to support them and their family. Most workers will soon need $15 an hour to maintain a standard living style. Right now, minimum wage is at $7.25. Minimum wage affects Hispanics, African Americans, and women the most. They're the ones who studies have shown that are affected by it and who make it the most of the time. In 2004, they predicted that economic growth and benefits of workers would be increased if minimum wage went up to $15 an hour. That also translates into higher living standards and would help businesses and economy everywhere. People making more money would help the economy. It would put more money in the consumer's hands, and it would allow them to spend it at businesses, and it would help all around the world and country. Economic growth helps businesses and workers. When people have more money, they buy more stuff, and it helps the business profit and revenue. Studies show that if minimum wage was increased, it would increase workers' work ethic and morals, and they'd want to come to work more, and more jobs would be filled. This is shown because people who are making more money tend to work harder and want to go to their job and have a happier job. If minimum wage would be increased, this is how more people would think, and more people would want to work harder and work longer and work more jobs. If you make more money, you're gonna like your job more. The Fair Labor Standard Act, passed in 2009, establishes that non-tipped employees should only make $7.25 an hour. This does not apply to employees that make tips. But according to the CBD, raising minimum wage to $10.10 would bring 900,000 people out of poverty. A fact is that only 7% of families have one person working full-time job. If they're working a full-time job making $7.25 an hour, it'd be very hard to support their family and kids. Among workers who benefit minimum wage is $50 an hour in 2004. This would also increase businesses' revenue in the next years because more money would be spent by people who make more money. A person making minimum wage should be able to support their family and kids. They shouldn't be struggling to make enough money when they're having a full-time job to support their family. It affects Hispanics, African American women the most. They're the ones that go through it the most and have to deal with it. But it also affects the economy a lot too, and it affects every single worker who's working a minimum wage job. If minimum wage were to be increased, it would help everyone that's in the workforce right now. It would help businesses, it would help workers, it would help the economy, it would help revenue prices, it would help fast food chains, it would help everywhere. If minimum wage affects more people making it than it does people not making it, obviously, but it also affects the people who don't make it too. If minimum wage increases, it will benefit more than just the workers, benefit the businesses too. So I believe that everyone should want minimum wage to be increased because it would benefit everyone.